In the learning stage, your objective is to get it to muscle memory, to get it memorized so it doesn't distract you. It's solid. And you're able to focus on the things you choose to focus on in a matter of seconds or milliseconds. But in the performance practice stage, where you now let go of the notes in your mind and you can really focus on artistry, again, focus the same, it's artistry. But here you practice to sustain that state in a different circumstances. Whether it's imagining that you're playing in a hall, whether it's playing in the different times of the day. I find myself the most challenging one is playing after lunch. This is where your energy is completely zero, really hard.
Yeah. Uh,
Very easy to play in the morning or late at night, but for some reason, like around 4 or 5, it sucks. I never really able to. It's sort of flat for me always. Playing with different lighting, different outfit, record yourself, put that observation eye, pressure, and this is what you train. So you focus also on artistry, just like in the learning stage, but it's a different objectives. So we have this gold mine and staircase thing. Another
uh,
big mistake that students do is that they feel so scared to play because where they are currently and where they need to be at the performance, there is like a huge space in between. In this case, gold mine and staircase. So imagine that you are on top, you are about to go down, right? And the gold, the performance is there. So if you just jump without proper steps, you're gonna hurt yourself, and that's what you subconsciously feel. That's why you go sometimes into panic or anxiety, because you haven't done, you haven't felt confident on every staircase, so you could step by step gradually get to that goal on the bottom. So those steps are very important. Yes, again, during this staircase steps, it will reveal more weeds. How many times it happened to you? You practice everything is good, you go on stage and you made mistake in a place you never made mistakes before. It's like all of the sudden again. So it's like, yeah, you have to let those weeds grow through even performance practice stage. But ultimately, it's a very challenging part, and many again students refuse to do it because it's too scary.
mm,
But it's very rewarding because every time you manage to, record a good shot or play for one person with whom you feel safe, or play for a group of 2, 3 people at home, or play outside in a new environment, in a new venue, on a new instrument, all those steps gradually let you feel more confident and also let the music go deeper into your muscle memory.
uh,
So it's very rewarding. I don't know if you noticed, but you can practice the entire piece, for months, but you have a huge jump after you perform it somewhere.
oh,
If you perform it somewhere, then you come back next day and you play much more confident.
yeah, is very deeply uh, in this metaphor is very
Exactly. It goes much deeper into I mean, in this case, this gold mine is your subconscious. So you go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And you never can reach that without this experience. You can do everything correctly the whole year. And then you never reach that security of knowing the piece if you have not experienced that playing in front of the audience moment in your life. Yeah.
yeah. I remember every time I spoke with a professor, a teacher, etc., and they say like, ah, this piece I played in a competition, so I don't forget it, like
Uh-huh.
never. like 20 years ago, but I still remember it. So
Mhm.
it's this kind of pieces that they did deep, deep, deep in their gold mine.
Yeah, they sink deeper. Yeah, yeah. So it is a terrifying stage for some people. I know you don't have the stage, right? But other people usually experience it. But if you face your fear, it's very rewarding because it really
Uh-huh.
brings up all those unexpected weeds, and brings everything much deeper in your muscles. And also, the good thing about it is that with this method and the practice performance stage, you reach a much more mystical places in your spirit, in your mind. You sort of opening up much more, you know. If you practice at home, you only can, channel that much, let's say, right? But if I play something in front of people, ooh, I go places I never gone before. And then again, after experiencing that, you come back to your practice room and you have it. And this time, when you connecting to that world beyond, you're connecting in a much bigger space with that experience as well. Mm.
Yeah.
So it's great, but it's scary. Yeah, it's scary, but it's worth it. Okay, so yes, generally we have 4 stages of practice performance stage. So home rehearsal, playing for yourself, you might record yourself, that would be a good way. Then home audition, meaning now you got some people watching you, right? So it could be your students, your teacher, your friends, your family members. The good way is usually like to have a Zoom. Usually with my students, if they need to play, we just have a Zoom call, and I'm saying, listen, I'm also practicing a piece and I need to do my home audition. So how about I play for you and you play for me? And that works
Mm.
perfectly. Or if I sometimes have a chat, instead of just calling with a friend on the phone, I just say, hey, let's come on WhatsApp, video call, can you listen to me? So first we chat about life, and then at the end, I mean, your friend wouldn't say no if you play for 5-10 minutes something.
Mm.
So these
Uh-huh.
are very practical things how to arrange it. In case you cannot invite people into your house, you can always do it
Uh-huh.
online that way. Again, it's all written in that practice journal. What is important is that at every step you actually replay through the piece 3 times. What that means is that if you, let's say, play for your student, or teacher, or friend through the Zoom call or through the WhatsApp call, you play 3 times in a row. Because
Uh-huh.
when you play the first time, most of the time you're left with a feeling of disaster. Of course, anyone, you probably don't have it because you don't have a stage fright. Usually students terrified the first time, and the first time everything just cloudy and you feel contracted inside. So if you finish with that feeling, it doesn't give you anything. Remember that every step actually, yeah, every step is guided towards reaching a place where you feel fully confident and relaxed. Where the word let's play for my friend doesn't bring anxiety to your brain. Let's pray for my friend. Yeah, sure, I can do it. So you have to reach that state before you go to the next step. And so if you play just once, you're not going to reach the step. You will think you're a failure. So you have to play second time. And the second time, you play a little bit more relaxed. I always feel like it's like a big bang is happening after the first time. The whole energy just blasting after you finished. And then when you play the second time, it's a great feeling because you feel much more freely, much more confident because you know you have survived the first time. Second time is always easier. And then when you go to the third time, this is where you fully focus, you're completely sober in your mind, there's no more fuzziness, there's no more anxiety, you know you can do it, and now you actually choose and you are in your power to create what you want. So when I find that 3 times is really something, there's magic on this 3 times. Well, at least 2, sometimes if your piece is long and your friend has to go, then yeah, at least 2,
Yeah.
but never stop on 1. Trust me. So it has to be 2 or 3 times in a row. This process establishes trust and knowledge that the anxious state is temporary and lasts only for the first time when you play. By the end of the 3rd playthrough, you find yourself even more fueled with energy, playing bigger, with great inspiration and a clearer focus. That's why it's so important. Then you go to public audition. This is where you start playing outside of your house, right? It could be the showrooms of the pianos, it could be the library. Sometimes you can find pianos on the streets, anything will do. And the last is the on-stage audition. This is where you're actually on stage, you have actually people listen to you, maybe 20 people, it's obviously on that stage you cannot repeat 3 times. You
Uh-huh.
can only play 1, but that's sort of the last stage. By that time you feel quite confident. Yeah, if you've done home rehearsal, home audition, and public audition, then on stage audition is gonna be no problem.